Good evening, everyone. I declare this meeting as a public hearing of the Lake County School Board, Lake County, Florida, for the adoption of the final millage rates and the final budget for the 2021-2022 fiscal year. Before we get started, Mrs. Luke, you have a statement?
I do. I am joining this evening via Zoom because I am following CDC guidelines in reference to a exposure. So I am on quarantine.
Okay, great. You look great, though. Okay, Superintendent, will you read your recommendation for the approval of the final millage rate?
I recommend that the board adopt Resolution 2021-08, determining the final millage rates to be levied for the fiscal year 2021-22. Included are required local effort, including prior period funding adjustment, millage of 3.594 mils, basic discretionary of 0.748 mils, capital outlay millage of 1.5 mils, and the additional voted millage 0.75 mils for a total of 6.592 mils. The revenues generated by this levy total: general operating $143,901,613, capital outlay $42,390,499 for a total of $186,292,112.
You've heard the superintendent make a recommendation. May I have a motion? On the, wait, I can read the rest of this. On Resolution 2021-08, determining final millage rates to be levied for the fiscal year 2021-22, as supported by the FLDOE Form ESE 524.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. At this time, we will have public input. Does anyone wish to address the board concerning the increase to the millages? Being no one, we can vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any
Aye.
opposed? 4-0. Okay. Superintendent, will you read your approval of the budget?
I recommend that the board approve Resolution 2021-09, adopting the final budget for the 2021-22 fiscal year in the amount of $869,688,851, as supported by FLDOE Form ESC 139, District Summary Budget.
May I have a motion on the superintendent's recommendation that the board approve Resolution 2021-09, adopting the final budget for the 2021-22 fiscal year in the amount of $869,688,851, as supported by the FLDOE Form ESC 139, District Summary Budget.
So moved.
Second.
Okay. At this time, we'll have public input. Mr. Yocum. Are you going to be 3 minutes because we don't have anybody with a timer?
I don't know which camera I have to wave to so she can see me. Vance Yocum, 12619 Milwaukee Avenue, Florida. I write the blog fiscalrangers.com, and so I just want to comment that in looking at the information that was supplied by your finance department, which is a great department, but I think that there maybe needs to be more information produced for the public to understand this, because what we got was a 2-page overview of everything and then links to an online system that, frankly, I sat there and I've used online systems and I don't understand enough of the acronyms about how to use that for analysis. I think that you need to have something that, one, explains either how to use that or how to find things. And secondly, I would suggest that both the city of Tavares does, John Drury does a very good explanation of his millage and budget reports. He'll have an overview. He'll list all of the things that are covered, the changes in it, and it's in kind of plain English. And then, in addition, he lists a number of the things to, basically you're selling the budget. You know, what were the things that were accomplished with that? I think would be a good thing just from a press information standpoint. But this is from the county. Every year when they have their 2 required budget meetings, they have this document here, a public hearing, which gives an overview and everything else. And I know you are bigger than the county, but don't have a dedicated graphic arts department like they do. But I would think that there would be something that would be available, at least online. It'd be nice if it was printed, but at least online. This one was printed. They hand them out at both meetings, so they will update it for the second meeting if there are changes to it. And it would give a better information, and of course, if you have any press involved that wander in, which we can see they're all here, they're
We
so
could print
excited.
one copy.
They're so excited about where $869 million is going that I would think that you could at least send it to them with a press release, but to explain maybe some of the things that, and maybe include a thing in there, because as I know, you guys are kind of hamstrung with your ability to change a lot of the factors that go into your millage rate and everything else. And I think that you ought to do you have a PI person, and why not have something that attached to that that explains some of that about, what's under your control and what isn't. Or link to maybe a video that you've made that's online on it or something like that, okay? And I'll give this to your chief financial director here.
I wanted to ask, and thank you, Vance, for coming and showing an interest. And Vance is also the chairman of the audit committee. And I wonder if maybe, Mr. Ward, if you and Mr. Yocum could sit down and see if there's something we can come up with. That's brilliant. Okay, thanks. Okay.
Only I have to sit down with him. Do it.
That was kind of mean. Okay. Okay, that ends public input. Seeing no other. Shall we vote? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any
Aye.
opposed? 4-0. This concludes the required action for the final public hearing on the 2021-2022 final, am I on the right page?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I am. On the final millage rate, oh, there we go, and budget for Lake County Schools. All required documents will be transmitted to the Florida Department of Education, the Florida Department of Revenue, and the Lake County Tax Collector's Office as required. This meeting is adjourned.